Today we are going to see what to do if certain problems arise with the market. Prior to commencing, we have to differentiate if the problem arises when we print the label or if the problem arises when we fix the label with the heat press machine. Let's start with printing the label. Here we have the printer and the cartridge. The cartridge will always be received packaged in its cardboard box. We take it out and see that the cartridge comes wrapped in a transparent plastic that protects it. We unpacked it and found a cardboard that holds the green rotating wheel with some instructions. The instructions indicate that we should remove the cardboard, turn the green wheel a quarter turn in the direction of the arrow indicating the cardboard, and install it in the printer. Prior to installation, we'll verify that the tape is properly aligned, and you'll see it here at this location. The tape needs to pass through these two plastic tabs, which are the ones that align the tape correctly, ensuring that the label is printed, comes out, and is cut accurately. It is crucial that prior to opening the cartridge, if you observe any damage or defects in the plastic tabs or the cartridge itself, you must contact us and inform us so that we can arrange a replacement for you. Once the protective plastic is opened, we will not be able to make any cartridge changes. Well, we have already reviewed it and the cartridge is correct. Now we open the back of our printer and we are going to insert it. As you can see, there is only one position where it can be inserted, but even though it may not seem like it, it is possible for us to do it wrong. Ensure even insertion to bottom. If entered incorrectly, for example like this, observe that it's not completely horizontal. If the printer is transported and the cartridge becomes misaligned, it can cause problems. That's why we always have to make sure it's entered correctly. But let's see what happens if we enter it incorrectly and print labels. Now the cartridge is inserted incorrectly on the side. We print and this happens. We already have the problem, the labels have not come out and have rolled up inside. If this happens, we have to stop printing and remove the printer cover to take out the cartridge and see what happened. Now let's see how to mark the garment with the heat press. The first thing we are going to do is check the pressure of the press, and this should be done with the press turned off. You see, with this wheel we regulate the force and we have to adjust it so that it exerts pressure and we can lift it with a moderate effort. Now that we have regulated the pressure, we turn on the press to check if the temperature and time are properly programmed. We own two watches. This one displays the temperature that is rising, and this other one shows the exposure time that is activated when we set the heat press machine. This would be 13 sec. Let's modify it. We press the set key and use the triangles to set it to 13 sec. When we have the 13 seconds, we press the set button again and the exposure time would be recorded. Now we'll do the same with the temp. You see the temp rising, right? However, we're unsure about how high it'll go. Well, let's press the set key and we see that it is at 163 degrees, which indicates that it is programmed correctly. If in place of 163 degrees it displayed a different temperature, we would need to set it to 163 degrees and press the set button to save it for storage. In this case, since it's already programmed at 163 degrees, we just need to press set. This is the correct configuration for a correct marking. What will happen to us if the pressure from the press is not enough? That the label will stay stuck on the top of the press, or the garment will be incorrectly fixed and could potentially come off. What will happen to us if the temperature is below 163 degrees? That the label will not adhere to the correct temperature and may come off. What will occur to us if the exposure time is below 13 seconds? It is possible that the label will not adhere properly with the appropriate time and might come off. These are the most common errors that we can encounter. They are very easy to solve if we follow the instructions we have described above. And always, if you have any uncertainties, get in touch with us. Don't hesitate. Thank you very much for your time.